Meanwhile, the Latin American nation of Brazil is currently witnessing an alarming rise in the number of COVID-19 infections. The massive spike, which has been fueled by the fast-spreading Omicron variant of the coronavirus, has now pushed the country's health infrastructure virtually to its edge. Now, the number of infections has almost doubled over the course of the last week, with an average of almost about 52,500 cases having been reported in just the last 1 week on a day-to-day basis. Insufficient testing and also data blackout has made it even harder to track the actual number of infections that are presently being tested in Brazil.
Até hoje, o Ministério da Saúde não resolveu o problema do apagão de dados. Então, nós não podemos ter uma medida clara do cenário epidemiológico e isso é fundamental para que possamos adotar medidas mais efetivas no combate à doença.
However, despite the recent surge in the number of infections, COVID-related deaths have remained low in comparison with the earlier waves. Brazil is currently witnessing nearly about 120 deaths on a day-to-day basis. Now remember, in the course of the entire pandemic, Brazil has reported fatalities of almost 620,000 since the beginning of the pandemic. In the Brazilian city of Sao Paulo, an artist has interestingly decided to suspend clothed mannequins over a path outside of a cultural center to pay tribute to those who lost their lives during the pandemic. His work consists of about 365 mannequins of different sizes suspended by a steel cable, representing those who died of COVID-19. The Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has been widely criticized for his very inefficient handling of the COVID-19 crisis, from defying COVID-appropriate protocols such as not wearing face masks. He's been repeatedly seen flouting the virus guidelines. He's also repeatedly voiced his opposition for lockdowns to curb the virus and has opted to not get vaccinated himself. Now, hospitals are also witnessing a very sharp drop in doctors and nurses. The high COVID positivity rate amongst the healthcare workers is, of course, a matter of great concern for Brazil. The Omicron variant has also cast its shadow over its wider economy. Nearly 85% of Brazil's restaurants and eateries are dealing with staff absences, with some 20% of them being out of the workforce. Many airlines were forced to cancel their flights due to a shortage of staff as well. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.